Hey YouTube, it's Jordan. I am 10 months and 1 week on testosterone, and this is going to be the video where I share my thoughts and feelings and experience in dating a lesbian as a trans guy. So, my disclaimer is that, my experience is not necessarily the typical experience of the trans masculine community in dating a lesbian, and also I'm just, going to share my thoughts and feelings. It wouldn't go for every trans guy and it wouldn't go for every lesbian, but I'm just going to share, right? Okay. So the relationship I had with a lesbian, her name was Carolyn. She was my first love. She was 14 and I was 16 when we dated, and our relationship lasted 6 months. All right, so just a little background. So first off, so the body dysphoria, I would say was the least when I dated a lesbian, because lesbians are obviously women who identify as being attracted to other women, and so, she was very, familiar with female anatomy, and so it was never something that we had to talk about or anything that we had to tiptoe around. Or there was none of that awkwardness, which is a good thing, right? Um, she was also really good about, just introducing me as her boyfriend, so that was, also really affirming with her friends. A potential complication that I could see coming up between a trans guy and a lesbian who want to date is, let's say, she's a total rainbow flag waving lesbian. Her friends are going to be like, what are you doing dating a guy? And to the same effect, your friends could be like, hey, brah, how'd you get, a lesbian to date you? And maybe her parents just became okay with the fact that their daughter is gay, and then she brings you home. You know what I mean? So these are all situations that can arise socially, and I don't have the answers to them. I'm just saying that it's a good conversation to have before you guys, start dating, as to what the answers to those questions are going to be when they arise. Because I'm the first to say, like, screw other people, do what you want, do what makes you happy. But, you want to remain consistent, because if you're not consistent, then, you guys, secrets might come out, or, just, you guys might not be perceived the way you want to be perceived. I don't know. Like, bad things could happen, so you just want a united front on that, right? Another tip I would have to someone who wants to date a lesbian is to have the both of you get to know one another before you actually start dating. For example, Carolyn and I were very close, best friends, before we started dating. And the reason I say that is, as a trans guy, you're not a chick. Guys and girls think differently, and they experience emotion differently, and being in a relationship with a guy is not the same as being in a relationship with a girl. And, if the girl that you're interested in identifies as a lesbian, then she has probably had relationships with women in the past, and, you're not going to be like the women that she has dated. And so it would suck to have, some feelings and some memories already formed by the time you guys figure that out, and then things don't work out. So as an alternative to that, you can get to know each other and make sure that, as individuals, both of you want to enter that relationship being fully aware that she does, identify as a lesbian, and you as a trans guy, and, you would never, either of you wouldn't want to sacrifice or qualify your own identity for the relationship. So, not saying that either of you would want to or would ask the other to, but, just another bad situation that can be avoided just through, communication and all that. Do I have anything else to say about dating a lesbian? I mean, lesbians are people too, right? I mean, it's not that different. It's just, as long as the other thing is, like, you feel comfortable in your identity in the relationship. Like, one of the reasons why I didn't get dysphoric about, like, the social aspects of it is that Carolyn always assured me that I was the exception to the fact that she identified as a female, or that she identified as a lesbian. So, a lesbian is a woman who's attracted to females, and so you might think to yourself, well, I'm not a female, so why is this person dating me? Does she think I'm a girl? Whatever, whatever. So I personally needed a lot of reassurance, but, Carolyn was willing to give that to me, and, it wasn't a huge factor in our relationship. So yeah, just the body dysphoria, not as big of a deal in dating a lesbian, at least in my, experience. As long as you guys get to know one another before you start dating and both of you know what you're getting yourselves into, if the both of you as individuals still want to enter that relationship, then more power to you. And then the third thing is, I would just be on the same page when it comes to, are you her boyfriend or are you her girlfriend? Are you, just getting your friends up to speed? It's up to you how much you want to tell them and what you want to tell them, but, both of you just want to remain consistent, so nobody's identity is either sacrificed or qualified. So that would be my thoughts and feelings about dating a lesbian as a trans guy. So part one of those 3 videos that I'm going to be coming out with. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your feedback if you want in the comments and all that. And otherwise, have a great Memorial Day weekend.